I have dedicated my professional career to the study and control of arthropods.
Hi, this is a video response I'm making to a comment I received actually about almost 2 months ago. So this isn't really recent news, and it's kind of bothered me ever since. Was meaning to make a video response to it well, for a while now, and now that I'm kind of settling in, I think I will. This is a video. This response is to Antiquelens, I think is the pronunciation, and if not, I do apologize. I'm trying to. It's very, and it's an interesting username, and I think Antiquelens seems to be the most likely. But if not, again, I'm sorry. You left a response to my video. I had made a video called "Porn for Filthy Little Monkeys." I'll put a link in the sidebar. The comment you made was, "Oh wow, a male is proud of his jacking off to exploitation. Applause," with applause in all caps. And I'm going to talk. Okay, before I talk about your comment, I want to make a couple of things really clear for you. First of all, I've watched a number of your videos, and I actually like what you have to say a great deal. I don't agree with you on the porn issue. At least not in full. I mean, you make some very good points, and I agree with some of those points. But you've made some excellent videos on freedom, on personal liberties, on people's right to be, your take on the homeless, all of that. I'm 100% behind it. All right, so I'm making. I just want you to know right off the bat that I agree with most of what you stand for. You find me in complete agreement of. I consider myself to be a feminist. I'm very much for women's rights. And again, I'm not going to talk about the porn issue in this because that's not what the point of this video. Okay, that is a side issue to this that I would love to discuss with you sometime. In an actual. Intellectual discussion. I'd be honored. In fact, like I said, I think you word yourself very well, and I really admire a lot of what you have to say, if not most of what you have to say. But this comment really bothered me, and I don't think you intended it as it sounded. At least given, again, judging from your other videos and your sort of general perspective on things, I don't think you're as judgmental as that video sounded. I hope not. Okay, at least not on this issue. I know how sometimes we can all have. I mean, there are certain issues with me. Native rights, Native American rights, Aboriginal rights. I find myself going from rational to being very irrational when that topic comes up. I can actually lose my spadoinkle pretty fast with that. Just because it's emotional issue for me. So I'm hoping that this is the case with your comment, because this is what I wanted to discuss with you with your comment that bothered me. Let me call it back up here on the screen so I can see it. I want to make sure I get this right. If I sound like I'm repeating myself or making the same point over again, it's because I want it to be very clear what I'm trying to say. I don't want there to be any ambiguity. Okay, and I apologize if that gets tedious. So, a male is proud of his jacking off to exploitation. Applause. And I made a comment response to that. I said all of that amazing, and then wait. But then a point I was trying to make with that, and what I am making with this video, is I was talking. First of all, that it's like you didn't watch the video. You just saw the title, made the comment, and I'm not sure if that's the case or not. Nowhere do I talk about being proud of jacking off to exploitation in that video. Okay, I don't. In fact, I don't. I'll have to rewatch it again, but I don't believe I talk about jacking off at all in that video. Nor do I talk about exploitation in that video. I was kind of making a tongue-in-cheek point. I know it's a very serious issue for you, so I can understand. But I was adding a little humor to my a point, and I agree that it's a serious issue. But I didn't say those things in that video. And if you really examine your comment, if you really like take it apart and look at it, I hope you see that it's pretty hateful. Because what it does is it assumes a great deal about my character. It assumes you're concluding things based on, I don't know, my gender, things that you believe or know or whatever that I enjoy. Therefore, you can assume other things about me from that. And that's I know that you are opposed to that when people do that with other groups and other things. I've seen you very, very upset with people jumping to those same conclusions about gender issues or sexual orientation issues or homeless issues. And again, on those issues, I agree with you on that. And I don't. So that you don't know. I mean, okay. Let's just take the assumption that I jack off to porn. Let's just make that assumption. You don't know. Is it exploitation? Maybe it's just women smoking. Maybe there's, maybe that's my fetish. Maybe there's no women at all. Maybe there's no people at all. It could be maybe it's the written word. Maybe for me it's literature. It's written, where there's actually no human beings physically involved in it. It could be cartoon. I'm just saying these examples. I'm not trying to mock your point, but I'm saying you don't know. You don't know that what it is. There's what about porn like what's her name, Petra Joy's stuff. That's that feminist porn. Things like that. I mean, it could be. I mean, I'm not going to tell you either way what the case is. But the point is that you state that in there. It's really insulting. The applause. I know that's that applause, like yay for you. Or, whatever. You should be proud of yourself. It's that implication there, and it's really insulting. And I hope that you didn't really mean it to be that insulting. I don't think you did. I hope I'm making my point here. It's not a good idea to make assumptions about people, and you certainly don't know much about me at all. You certainly couldn't tell from that video anything about my tastes in adult materials, if any, from that video. I was talking in general about humanity and the concept of pornography, not any really specific things to my taste. So I know that it was a I don't know, it almost seems like something you could have cut and pasted, and just anytime somebody makes a video on pornography, cut and paste that comment to, that's the way it came off. And I'm again, I just want you to really think about that, because it doesn't. Again, you word yourself so well in your videos, and you make so many good points that it's a shame to see you making such a bad point in this case, and especially one that's insulting. I don't know. I think we could actually, I could quickly become a fan of yours. I like what you have to say. I am all for human rights and freedom. I mean, I've done a great deal of work in that in my life. At least in my own way. So I don't know. I guess that hopefully you'll take it for what take it for what it's worth. And I guess just take care. And just kind of take a few minutes. At least try to understand what I'm saying, or not. And I don't mean because try to because you can. I mean try to because I'm not the best at wording what I'm trying to say. Okay. So I wasn't trying to insult you there at all. In fact, nothing in this video is insulting to you. I have a great deal of respect. So, all right, you take care.